everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a fantastic week as you guys are coming in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button before we even get started. Hopefully, everybody had a good holiday, whether you celebrated Passover or Easter. It was a nice, relaxing day. I don't know. The Easter Bunny certainly came to my house bright and early in the morning. I think it was like 10:30 in the morning, and I called my grandmother and I was talking to her and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's only 10:30 in the morning." I felt like I had already put in a whole day's worth at 10:30 in the morning, but I guess that's what happens when you have a 6-year-old already eating chocolate that first thing in the morning. But we made it through and it was a really good holiday. And then I just spent it with obviously my husband and my daughter, but we went to my parents' house and just had a really nice dinner and had family. So hope everybody, if you drove, hopefully you guys made some money. I did put on the Doordash app for like half a second just for one order just because I wanted to see what happened, and I declined it, and then I went on to Uber Eats and did the same thing. I wanted to know what kind of orders were coming in for Uber Eats. So Uber Eats, not really too much going on. I put it on during breakfast, so it was like a lot of bagel stores, Starbucks. I'm like, wow, people are really ordering. And it wasn't like for families. I thought people would actually be ordering like a dozen bagels for their whole family. No, it was like one breakfast sandwich. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not even worth it at that point. So curiosity got the best of me, and I literally just turned Uber Eats on for the morning just to kind of see what was going on. So kudos to anybody who worked on Sunday, and hopefully you guys made some money. So I am ready to just dive in to I actually have kind of two things to talk to you guys about tonight. So the first one is, and I know there's been at least I've been talking a lot about Top Dasher, about declining, and also the Diamond program. And it was I was like trying to think, and I feel like there is like somehow a really big misconception out there, at least when I started the Diamond program, is like they're like, no, you can't decline, and oh my god, it was like like every order you get is absolutely fantastic if you keep your AR a certain above a certain percent, and um I feel like those are just like myths that are out there. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. So, can you still decline on DoorDash being a top dasher and the Diamond program? And my answer is absolutely yes, you can. So, this is kind of what I've learned over like the past couple weeks because the Diamond program is new to my area. We're talking it just came in March. I think it was like the end of March. And strange strange enough, I don't think I put this in any of my videos, and I don't think I said it last week, but I got a message. They were supposed to reset my acceptance rate back in March. It was the end of March. It was supposed to be, I think, the 20th into 21st. And I got a notification saying you do not qualify for the reset at this time. And I'm like, that's weird. Why wouldn't I qualify for the reset? I mean, granted, I was still at like 70%. And I'm like, well, maybe it's because I'm already a top dasher. Maybe it's because I'm already above the priority. And I'm like, maybe that's why. So I didn't think anything of it. And I just kept going. And then last week I get the message and I get an email. Your your account has been reset. I'm like, really? 2 weeks later, people? I don't know. It was like the strangest thing. But anyway, I feel like it didn't really affect me. Yes, if you declined right away, it definitely would have uh, affected you. Just because if you start declining, you're going to go down to 0% right off the bat. But that wasn't the case for me. I kind of carried on as business as normal, and I was still able to maintain my acceptance rate based off of that. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I've learned over these past couple weeks, and it really helped me with the end of the month, last month into this month, is I didn't go through Hell Week last month because I already was maintaining above a 70% AR. And what I've learned, and believe me, this isn't for everybody, and I completely get it. And guys, go make your money the way that you want to make your money. I'm just telling you what has worked for me is by maintaining above a 70%. First of all, I'll say majority, quote unquote, majority of the orders that I am getting are good enough to take. My minimum has always been $1 per mile. Do I want more? Absolutely. Do I see diamonds? Absolutely. Do I not see diamonds? Absolutely. So I feel like with declines, I can still decline. I just have to be very strategic on how I decline. And I think that's really what I've been testing and learning through this whole entire process. And I feel like there's a lot of methods to my madness behind a high AR. So kind of stick with me for a little bit as I kind of go through some of the stuff that has I've learned and that I've actually kind of trial by error as I'm going. But the biggest thing is by maintaining a high acceptance rate, you don't have to go through Hell Week for Top Dasher anymore. For me, I scheduling the dash now anytime is it's the only feature right now that Top Dasher has. But for me, it's a really big thing for me. Like I cannot schedule like I can't get on a schedule. And this was, completely, a couple of months ago when it really first started is man, I was having a hard time getting on a schedule, which is actually why I got back onto Top Dasher prior to my area going to Diamond Zone. Nice, $88 LOP. That's awesome, Holly. Um, so that's one of the main reasons why I ended up um getting back into the Top Dasher program after not being on it for a couple months. But would I be able to maintain a high acceptance rate without the large order program? I think like that's the biggest thing that I've learned. And I don't think I can because what I've learned is I know where my own personal I don't want to say hot zones because it's really not even hot zones. I know where my good areas are. I think that's more of the better area because my good areas aren't always hot zones that are on the Doordash map. A lot of them are, but some of them aren't. So I've learned that I need that dash now because a lot of times I will take an order and I'll pause right away to get back to my good areas. And that is what I really need. I mean, besides coming and going as I please, because let's face it, man, my schedule's just like literally all over the place. It's absolutely crazy when I come and when I go and what it's my schedule's been a hot mess lately. I've been trying to, pick times that I can work versus stuff I'm working outside of gig work and, some are on the YouTube side. So I need that dash now just for that, but mainly I need it for the pauses because I don't know about your guys' area. You guys are gonna have to let me know if I pause more than 2 or 3 times. DoorDash will kick you off without even blinking an eye and they won't even tell you go do the pause again, like you go to auto do the pause and you're like nope, sorry, your dash has ended. I'm like darn it, DoorDash. And then you're like haha, I win because I'm Tap Dasher and even though you kicked me off I can get back on. But a lot of it is literally just getting back on the platform, which if I didn't have Top Dasher I don't think I would ever have I don't know whether I would be able to maintain a higher AR if I didn't have that pause feature and if I didn't have a way to get back on. Do I pause all the time? No. But if it takes me to an area that gets me away from my sweet spot, then no, I'm going to be using that pause, and most likely I'm going to be getting kicked off at some point or another from Doordash. So another thing that I've really I really learned is the peak hours. And you guys are going to also have to let me know if this is also valid in your area as well. Is the more off peak hours. So the for me mid mornings, even the early mornings, mid afternoons, late at night, like past 8 o'clock, the worst orders for me in my area come in at that time. And that's where you're stuck and you have to kind of use some of your declines that you really don't want to use. So I really tested over the past, couple of weeks specific hours. So I know exactly and I can almost pinpoint when my area gets busy for lunch and my area gets busy for dinner. And those are the exact hours that I work. So I've learned in my area that 10:30 in the morning is really when lunchtime like starts to trickle in, and I do 10:30 because that's usually when the catering orders come in, some of the large order come in for some of the businesses around my area. So I almost have to start at 10:30. And then I've learned like before I would go until like 2:30 because I'm like, okay, I'll go until like I have to get home to get my daughter home from school. And then by staying out, like I was getting like some of those really bad orders, and I'm like, I don't want to take these. And I was using my declines more often during the peak hours. So now I've learned that 1:30 in the afternoon is my cutoff. Anything after 1:30, that's when the crappier orders come in. Same thing in the evening. I've learned um I can't do anything before 5 o'clock. That's when usually my dinner time in my area starts, and forget about it. Like 7:30 now, 8 o'clock. You guys know me. When I first started in my YouTube journey, like I would stay out until like 10, 11 o'clock every night. Like I can't do that anymore just because as soon as 7:30, I know as soon as like those really, really long mile orders come in, or even the really crap orders come in, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go home. This is the last one I'm doing. Let me get out of here. And by doing peak times and like very honed in, first of all, I'm working less hours, which is fantastic. I'm loving life. It gets me to do more stuff other than gig work. But it literally has gotten me more money in a shorter amount of time because the diamonds keep coming in during those peak hours. I call it supply and demand. So the demand and the supply are there because people are ordering for lunch and dinner, hence the orders are coming in as quickly as you're getting them. But during slow times, they're just like shoving orders at people just to get things done, and they're not always the best orders that are out there. Yes, Thomas, oversaturation is definitely real. You know, I have seen so first of all, I don't want to knock any new drivers because that's not what this is about. Because and believe me, it's not anybody's fault, especially if you are a new driver. Welcome to the DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, food delivery community if you are new to doing any of these apps. But I've seen a lot of new drivers in my area, and I've said this for like the past couple of weeks. Is I don't know whether it's the promos they're running. I don't know what is going on, but every time I go in to like restaurants, like I'm seeing new drivers left and right. I'm like, this is why I'm getting the crap of the crap. Because if you guys don't know this, man, ah, new drivers become top dashers as soon as they come in. And that means they are priority orders over existing DoorDash drivers because they all start at 100%. So new drivers, oversaturation, more drivers. It could be a downfall of your own area. Dasher Bench, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm not in the LOP, but I cherry pick on Uber Eats to make up for the mediocre DoorDash orders. And it's funny you say that because that's actually a really kind of good segue into kind of this. And that was kind of my next thing that I've learned through all of this is how do you multi-app? How do you multi-app with DoorDash? With it being Diamond Program, LOP, Top Dasher, taking every order. So I talked about working very specific times for DoorDash, and when you're like only in your area, whenever it is, multi-app during the times. At least I've been multi-apping during the times that are non-peak times for DoorDash. So if I really wanted to start as soon as my daughter gets on the bus to go to school and I want to start right away and I want to start my hustle, you know what? I turn on Uber Eats. I turn on DoorDash. I mean, I turn on Uber Eats. I turn on Grubhub. I turn on Spark. I turn on even Instacart. Ugh. But I've been taking Instacart orders. I thought you guys would actually be super proud, but I have been taking Instacart orders. But I've been utilizing all my other apps during the times that really aren't the busy times throughout the process. And another thing that has really helped me with all the other apps that I've done, if I've been getting, and I'm sure we can all relate to this, is if I've been getting bad order and then another bad order comes in and I've already wasted 2 declines, I'm shutting DoorDash down and I'm moving on to my other apps that I can still make money on. And I'm like, you know what? It's not worth losing percentage points just because I'm trying to get to like that really one good DoorDash order. And I think, Benj, to your point, like that's where cherry picking really does come in with your other apps such as Uber Eats and Grubhub. And it kind of, you know, it kind of makes you feel, for me, it makes me feel good. Like, I don't know about you, but like it kind of gets me like in a mood every time like a bad order comes in. You're like, really, really, I'm supposed to be priority at this point. My acceptance rate is over 70%. Most of the times it's over 80%. Like, I should be getting good orders. I should be getting priority orders, and you're not sending them to me this, like right now this way. And that's when I get super frustrated and I shut DoorDash down because I'm like, I'm not going to let them get the best of me. Because if I go to Uber Eats and Grubhub, I can have that satisfaction of decline, 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 decline. And right now, Uber Eats, it to me, it's good for taking those orders in between the orders that you don't want to take for DoorDash, Grubhub. Man, I don't know what's going on with Grubhub. I don't know what else to say, at least in my area. It has like come to like a complete halt, but I use it for getting like those orders every once in a blue moon that they send you that Grubhub is known for. But man, I've seen a decline in Grubhub over these past couple of months and I'm like, man, what's going on with Grubhub? Christopher. So I stopped being top dasher when everyone was talking badly about top dashers. Won't do it again. Don't let someone break your I don't want to say break your stride because that's a song. But that's the only thing I can think of. Don't let people persuade you into doing something that's going to be best for running your business. Do what's right for you. Don't pay attention to what other people say. ah, hey Sarah, how are you? Welcome. Um, so anyway, yeah, there is no need. Yeah, I'll always say, and I think I've said this from the very beginning. Whether you're a top dasher, whether you're not a top dasher, run your like you ugh, this is a business. Run your business the way you want. If you want to cherry pick your way through DoorDash because you are multi-upping with Uber Eats and Grubhub and Shipt and Spark and whatever, you know what? Do it. Do if that's working for you, just go ahead and do what's working for you. If you are a believer in the Top Dasher program and you think high AR is making you succeed and getting you better orders and helping you with the large order programs, then you know what? Do that. I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm just telling you what works for me and my market. And you know what? Maybe it'll work for you in your market. You never know until um you really you really try. And you know what? Hopefully everybody's here, not hopefully, everybody's here to make money. Whether you're part-time and you are trying to pay off something, or you want to take a vacation, or you're trying to get it to pay your whatever the case may be. Who knows what everybody's financial situation is, but everybody's here to make money. Make money the way that you want to make money, however you want to do it. I just personally have utilized DoorDash programs, all of them together. I found in my area have been really good at giving me money and still making my daily goals. So you don't know what the diamond plan is. That's funny, Billy. Ah, what is the diamond? But before I came in tonight, just so you guys can see, this is I snapshot it right before I got on this live. Let me put this up. It's probably easier this way. These are all my ratings as of literally right now before I got on the live. So, lately I've been maintaining above 80%. Some nights I try to save my declines until evening just so I can get to, hey, Sarah Sue, how are you? So I can get to maybe some of those, LOPs and some of those bigger payouts, and then kind of rinse and repeat throughout the day. But, don't think that you have to be forced into taking orders, I guess, is the whole entire point of this whole entire segment. Don't be forced to take orders that are absolutely horrible. I actually saw an order the other day, and it was absolutely ridiculous. It was like $16. I think it was for like 26 miles. It was like, I want to say that it was something weird, like big lot, odd lots, big lots. I don't know. It was something I've never seen before, and I'm like, what are they crazy? I am not doing that. Like they couldn't pay me enough to do that order because it was absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, nope, decline. I had no problem declining that order whatsoever. So I'll say it's for me, it's been easier to maintain a higher AR. Like I said, no more Hell Week. It was wonderful this past month not having to do that climb all over again and stressing out. But really, the way that I am making my money is large order program. I'm still getting some of those catering orders. I'm still getting some of those high end orders, but I'm also maintaining and also using my other apps to help me get to my goal daily as well. So hopefully that helped you in your own, and it hopefully helps you in your own areas. But you know what? Work with what you got. We'll do whatever makes you happy and really helps you make your money. So no earn by time in your area yet, Dorda. No earn by time. I felt like New Jersey was the last to do the diamond program. So I don't even know whether it is the last for earn by time. I'm really interested in how it would work in my area just because I'm very fortunate and I'm very lucky to be in the area that I'm in, and I'm blessed. So it would really be interesting what it ends up being and how it works actually in my area, also in New Jersey. Sarah, I try to stay between 75 to 80 on Doordash. Currently, I'm at 68 in my market. It's obviously the order quantity and quality is definitely different. I am 100% agree with you, Sarah. The lower when I was testing a lot of the stuff when it first rolled out, I was testing the different levels, and every time I fell below that 70% mark, um, it became it became more difficult to kind of even get it up. So no, no EBT for me either, um, Thomas. So Benj, I wouldn't say I'm in a small market, but I'm not in a city either. So, your right time rate would probably, it probably would be, but no, I wouldn't say I'm in a small market, but I'm not also in a city either. I'm by the Jersey Shore, if that helps. So, the my population around my area fluctuates based off of the time of the year. So once next month hits, it is like full steam ahead for a lot of outer t- out of town. That's really good English. A lot of out of town people. So a lot of people come from other states, and like I said, once May starts hit and people start opening up their beach homes, it's like full steam ahead, and people get jam packed around my area. Right now, we're probably at, I'll say, like a 30 to 40% capacity during the summer. It can get it can get a little wacky around this area. Then really become a big market just based off of the population and the amount of people that come to my area during the summer. You know, This really I think it's market specific. That's why I said run your business the way that you need to run your business. But, Billy Ann, you said I could not stay about the 70%, right? Even at 80, no money. My income was almost nothing, useless miles and no pay. I went back to cherry picking and made my norm. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. Hey, make your money. Make your money the way you want to make it. If it's cherry picking and it's working for you, then you know what? Go ahead and do what's working for you and go make your money. Everybody just go make your money. That's kind of the bottom line. That's why we're doing what we're doing, whether it's full time, whether it's part time. It's completely up to you how you run your business and run it the way you want to. So, anyway, cheers. Dr. Pepper time. Cheers, everyone. So, I don't know whether you guys, I released a video earlier this evening, late afternoon, and I kind of wanted to go over it with you because there was a lot of comments, and I'll go over what happened and you guys can help me try to figure out. But I figured I would answer some of the comments live tonight as we talk about this subject, because I think it's actually pretty interesting because I feel like DoorDash changes like literally every 5 seconds. And what happened to me was very interesting. This was actually last night. So this was the order I received last night. First of all, it was diamond, and you think, oh, it's diamond. Oh, it's $11+. Okay, we're off to a good start. And then you realize there's nothing else on the screen. It's going somewhere in the United States. Sorry, it's kind of high up, but if you look in the very top right-hand corner, the blue dot is supposed to be where it's at, which is somewhere between New York and Washington, D.C. So, Sarah, you said that it's a glitch. I hope it was a glitch because I don't want to see something like this again. No items, no miles, really nothing until you actually hit the accept button. Yeah, it literally just says items. That's it. So curiosity killed me, and I did take it because I wanted to. I know, Thomas, right? WTF. That is exactly what first of all, I'm like, "Ooh, 11 plus dollars. Okay, we're off to a good start." I'm like, "Wait, how do I know how the items are? Oh, wait, how do I know?" Like, everything was just completely missing. But this was my logic, and you guys are probably gonna be like, "Kim, what kind of logic is this?" Is I'm like, "Okay, it's a diamond program, so I mean, it's a diamond order, so and it's at a plus order, so it has to be at least $2 or more per mile, so how bad could it really be?" So, I didn't put this screen up, I just wanted you to see the offer, so I did take it, I did get it done. The subtotal was over $100. It was only 3.8 miles away, and the total payout ended up being, I believe it was like $16. Um, yeah. Dasher bench, that's funny. Um, so it got me thinking, first of all, man, I really hope if this was on, like, April 1st, I'm like, "Okay, is this an April Fool's joke?" But it wasn't, it was last night. So, I'm like, "What is DoorDash getting at?" I feel like first I'm like, "Is it a glitch?" But I had full bars, I was in full service area. So it had nothing to do with service and where I was at. In fact, I was actually sitting in my car next to a restaurant that had Wi-Fi and I was using their Wi-Fi. So I know it wasn't a service issue because I know that was one of the comments that actually came through. Um so yeah, this happened last night. I just hope that it's just not a prelude to what's coming? I hope not. I hope not because, you know, from and I never like to pull like the woman card or anything like that, but sometimes well, a lot of times I work at nighttime. And right now it's light out, but in the wintertime after 5 p.m., it's not. If DoorDash does do something like this as a woman at nighttime, I am responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my safety, and I'm not leaving it up to DoorDash to decide my safety because I don't know the pickup location. I don't know the drop off location. I don't know any of that information. And as much as I love my area, there's also areas that I don't love. And I know from a safety perspective to stay away from, especially in the evening. So, from that perspective alone, I am not a fan of this whatsoever. So I'm hoping it was a glitch, it was a fluke. It did not happen for the rest of the night. It was a one-off scenario, but I feel like we give um DoorDash a lot of excuses a lot of times that it's a glitch. And how do you distinguish yourself from a glitch to what they're actually testing out? And a lot of times you can't because they're constantly testing out new things, and that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves with DoorDash is I feel like you can't trust, um, some of the stuff that you see, and I know we see a lot of stuff, and I've been seeing a lot of newer stuff lately, a lot of tests, a lot of stuff that I'm just like, "What the heck is that?" Like, just in the past week alone, I did that safety update that happened. I am loving, 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 loving you don't get penalized for wait times at restaurant. And by the way, somebody asked me if it was just on stacked orders, and the answer, as of right now, it does only happen on stacked orders in my area. But it's really nice that if you're on a stacked order and you're waiting for an area, they give you that option in 5 minutes to cancel your order without penalty. It's probably one of the best things I think I've seen DoorDash do for drivers in a really long time. So if it's not in your area, I hope it comes to your area very soon because I'm loving life with it because there are many times that you don't want your customers waiting. If you're on a stacked order, you don't want your customers waiting and their food getting cold because of another restaurant. So that is one feature that I will actually um, give DoorDash kudos for. Is there gonna be an undercover boss? Did I miss that? I think I missed that. So is that, like, confirmed that he's actually gonna be an undercover boss? Because that would actually be, pretty highly amusing, and I think I would totally, watch that episode just to see it. Um Yes, this is true too. You can use the chatbot for 10 minutes after 10 minutes for single orders, you can. It's just nice that, you don't have to go through chat for this new feature. You literally can just the app does it for you. You can either, get rid of it and move on, or you can keep it. Like, there's options for you as a driver. Like I said, a lot of my wait times, I hardly ever cancel orders. Like, it has to be like a um really bad wait time for me to really cancel an order. But normally my rule of thumb is like 10 to 15 minutes. That's usually when I cut my losses, unless unless it is a pretty big LOP order. And then, you know what? I'll usually stick around to kind of curiosity usually gets me all the time. And I usually stick around to kind of see what it is. And hey, Kevin, how are you? Um, oh, Dash Revenge, I hope it comes to your area soon. It is, I love it, and I hope it never goes away. I hope that is something that it's going to roll out to every single area just because it has I've probably since it rolled out last week, I think I've used it 5 times already. That's how wonderful it is. So hopefully it gets to everybody soon. So, Christopher, you heard that he was tip baited? That's actually really funny. If that's the case, I think that would actually be absolutely hilarious because I feel like, thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. Um, I hope he gets a good taste of that because that is my biggest pet peeve with Uber Eats, and it is not fun at all. It's absolutely unnerving and it is frustrating and it is aggravating when you get tip baited because that's just mean. Like, who does that? It's just mean. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? My wait times in my restaurants, they normally aren't that bad. There are some restaurants that I tend to always stay away from, and we all know what our own restaurants are, but it's just nice to have that feature when you need it to come through. Yeah, LOVs, I always waited out. I think I did that community post, and I also talked about it on one of my lives. I did that one that I waited half hour, I think it was 40 minutes because they never put in the order, but, like, I was determined to see it through because it was, like, I think it was, like, over a $200 order. I'm like, "I can't give up a $200 order," and then at that point, it became, like, a principal order behind it. Stay safe out there, Omnifarious. Yeah, I never cancel, as you see. Let me go back. It's a very rare occasion. Where'd it go? Oops, that's not the way around. Yeah, 98% completion rate. Hardly ever cancel. It has to be a pretty darn good reason why I cancel an order. Like, it has to be, like, really bad situation for me to cancel. See, Sari, so you're somewhat like me. You waited up to an hour for an LLP rare, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, it usually is worth it. So, actually, I know I only had these 2 subjects, so let's talk about it. So, the tipping after, I know I talked about this, as well. So, did any of you guys do you guys have this in your market yet? The tipping after your order is placed or even after delivery? Have you guys taken, like, advantage of this yet? So, this is this is actually happened to me, and I gave you guys a situation over the weekend that I had that customer with the pizza order. Friggin' chicken fingers. How long does it take to cook chicken fingers? According to this restaurant, 10 to 15 minutes. I've never heard of chicken fingers going in a fryer for that long. But anyway, another story. You guys can go watch the full video. But um, So I communicated the entire time. I waited an extra, I think it was 20 minutes to a half hour. It was an LOP order. Communicated the entire time with the customer. And the customer at the end gave me 20 additional dollars. Well, this is what you guys don't know. So this also happened last night. Got an order. It was a $249 order at a steakhouse, an Italian steakhouse. And I looked at the address and it was my customer from the pizza place from the night before. And I'm like, "Ooh, I wonder if I give her like really good customer service again and like keep her up to date on what's happening. I wonder if this would happen again." So it just so happened to be that the restaurant was only 5 minutes behind, but I let her know, and she goes, "Oh, you're my driver from the night." So the night she remembered me. So I'm like, "Oh, she remembers me." So we were actually texting back and forth what was happening with her order. And I always say whenever I'm waiting, "Hey, good news. I'm on my way. I'll see you soon." And I drop it off again. And of course, I'm a catering bag, make it all nice and neat, and we'll have a great night. And lo and behold, she gives me an additional, this time it wasn't 20, but it was an additional $5. So customer service, especially if you get repeat customers and you know your repeat customers, it could really be in the favor of the driver. Love it. And another really good feature, I think, on DoorDash's end. So it's not all about bashing DoorDash. They actually are rolling out some really good features that help drivers. And these two are like the really good ones that I've seen come to my area a lot, especially if you're a driver that communicates really well with their customers, especially wait times, anything going wrong with their order. This customer with the pizza order, I was just upfront and honest with her because I'm like, you know what, she really needs to know at this point what was going on. Most of the times I try to protect the restaurant saying, they're a little delayed or backed up. I was really honest with her. So I love it. Can't say enough of things about it. Pop quiz, Papa John's, 30 items, 5.8 miles, $3.50. No, decline. I would decline. Anybody else? um, so anyway, that was my week. Those are, that was, well, that's kind of what I'm thinking about Top Dasher and also the Diamond program. Also, you know, oh, the one thing I forgot to tell you guys, and I just looked at my notes, and I forgot to talk about this during Top Dasher and going through Hell Week and maintaining this is I heard and I've seen it from Facebook, Reddit, and a couple of drivers that I know in other areas. Beware, guys, Top Dashers. They are testing in markets right now that you have to maintain a 70% AR through the entire month to be a top dasher. So just be careful if it comes to your market. They are testing it in markets that you have to maintain a 70%. So I don't know whether they're going to roll it eventually into like the diamond program and get away with the top dasher program. I don't know what their big plan is, but just beware that they are testing this out in some markets. So just in case that comes to your market, don't be surprised. A lot of people, from what I was reading on Facebook and also Reddit, is they were at like 72% AR at the end of March, and they didn't get Top Dasher, and they called DoorDash, and the only way they found out that they were on a pilot program for the area is because they called support. They didn't let them know. They didn't even know that it was happening. So they weren't Top Dashers because they said that they need to maintain it for an entire month. So just beware, just in case it comes out to your area. Hell Week sucks. No more. Yeah, I agree. Hell Week does suck. If I can not do it anymore and still become Top Dasher every month, I think, for right now, that is, for me, the way I'm going to go. I was talking to I forget who I was talking to about this. I was talking to another driver about this today. I think they'll bring AR requirements to LOP. It would not surprise me if they did, just to maintain the large order program and the exclusivity between the large order program. So maybe maybe they'll maybe this speculation. This is literally just me thinking off the top of my head. Maybe they'll combine the Top Dasher and LOP program together, so it's just one big program. What do you guys think about that? Maybe I'm onto something. Doordash, am I onto something? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those were my comments today. There are right now 16 people here right now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we speak, so that way this video, this live, gets out to YouTube land. Also, so this is my weekly lineup. So if you guys haven't checked it out, my first live with Zach Drives Fast for Money Hungry on the Rideshare Guy was last Wednesday. First of all, go check that out. And then join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Rideshare Guys channel for our next live. We have a pretty jam-packed schedule again for tomorrow night. Lots of things to talk about, lots of articles to discuss. So please join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Rideshare Guy. And then Thursdays, I will be on the Rodeo Roundtable at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. So don't forget to join us over there. If you got, I think I talked about this before, but I'll keep reminding you. Besides my content on this channel, I also do a video once a week on the Rideshare Guys. So if you're looking for more of my content, you can go check out the Rideshare Guys channel as well. So that is my jam-packed week. On top of that, my daughter's on spring break. Anybody else have kids on spring break this week? I feel like it's a little bit of a juggling act, but it's been fun having my family home. So, thank you, Thomas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it last week. It was a blast. Like I said, we covered a lot in hours worth of a live. So another, like I said, another jam-packed show ready to go for tomorrow night. So don't forget to join us, and hopefully, I know spring break, but no, it's been fun having my family. It's just finding that nice balance between going out and working and spending time with my daughter. My husband's home too, so spending time with my family. So it's been a lot of in and out this week, and then working on my stuff, other stuff. It's been a busy week, but it's all good. It keeps you entertained, and it keeps you going. Oh, so your spring break was in March. Oh, I know a lot of states who do spring breaks at different times of the spring, so to speak. Our in New Jersey, ours has always been like the week before Easter or the week after Easter. So I feel like it's always been that way. Yeah, I feel like I probably do, Benj. So Tuesday and Wednesday show, how do you sleep? I don't sleep. That's my answer. I just don't sleep. I think there is an. I think I posted it on my Instagram. So also, um, if you guys don't know, I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, but I think I posted on Instagram. There was a Bluey meme that I posted that says, I never get, I think it said something, I never get sleep. And it's like, oh yeah, I think I close my eyes when I sneeze. I'm like, that's totally me. But yeah, I don't sleep. I usually am up until 12, 1 o'clock almost every morning, sometimes two, editing, putting shows together, everything else that I have in between. I think I told you guys about this before, but I have other channels. So I have been working on those as well. So Mul multitask, is the key, but on weeks like this is where it kind of gets a little rough because I'm trying to squeeze in everything I possibly can in a 24-hour period. So anyway, um, that is kind of where we're at. And oh my God, it's 50 minutes already. Now that I completely talked your ears off, I didn't expect it to go that long, but thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button before you leave today. Also, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. And guys, that is it for tonight. If you are driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll join me next Tuesday and join me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Rideshare Guy. Bye, everyone. Peace out.